I wanted to make a film about someone that was mentally ill, but I wanted to do it justice, because usually when you see these characters portrayed in movies, it's always like the cute, lovable, eccentric, the cute schizophrenic, and I think it's really crap.
He loves me. He loves me not. The mailman loves me. He loves me not. The mailman loves me. He loves me not. The mailman loves me. He loves me not. I hate the mailman!
Lamb of God, you take away the sins of the world. Have mercy on us.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a very fucked up episode of the Video Rangers podcast. I'm Mike Spinacos. Sitting across from me is my forever changed friend, Chris Dietz.
Hello everybody. Oh, my voice cracked. Hello everybody.
You okay?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
This was a fucking strange journey, man. Like, it's like, I describe it like maybe a hippie just told me a story. And it was very, you know what I mean? You just kind of sat there and
just heard him
out.
As
the joint passed around, you kind of toked.
Yeah,
you
just sit back, listen.
You sit back and listen to what he had to say.
Yep.
And like there's some story or there's some things that you understand. And you know, and then he just takes his clothes off. And like jerks off in front of you, maybe.
Oh.
Eats a marshmallow and hangs out in the campfire.
That's happened to me twice.
Bonnaroo?
Yes. So, the journey that we went on this week was Julien Donkey Boy, 1999.
I apologize to our viewers.
For everybody who was leading up to this.
Kind of got like, hey, they don't do things like this.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
And then, you know, the one guy that was like, man, Zapped was awesome.
Yeah, I love Zap. Heather Thomas kicks ass.
Yeah, we left you hanging like a fucking Lost episode, and then we came back with season 3.
Yeah, this could be a Lost episode. I'm lost.
I'm in a daze. I'm foggy.
And we did this, if you don't know, because it was
Friend of the show, Matthew,
requested by occasional third mic Matt, who is suspended from the show.
Oh yeah,
and he has no privilege to pick any movies anymore.
No, for at least how many months?
A long time. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be a long time.
Yes.
Till he gets out of the hospital.
Each movie he hands us from now on will be screened. You're threatening violence.
I might slap him.
That's terrible.
He made me watch this movie.
Well, I watched it 4 times this week.
Yeah, Mike's a fucking trooper here.
Yeah.
How are you not mad and crazy?
I'm telling you, man, the first time I saw it, I walked away from it just like confused and kind of like, what the fuck? Second time I had like I was kind of knew what I was getting myself into. Third time I was looking for the bright spots. Fourth time I was kind of just, watching it with you. But
I want to rename the movie Julien Donkey Boy. What the fuck? The movie... Let's see.
What's it about?
Fascinating journey into the mind of he's an adolescent in this movie? I don't think he's an adolescent.
He looks like he's 19.
He looks like he's 20.
19, 20, yeah.
Okay. Adolescent. Schizophrenic.
Yep.
Exclamation point. Watches Julian's internal struggle increases intensity until I don't know what I did there. Watch as Julian's internal struggle increases intensity. That doesn't make any sense.
Well... Anyway.
Until the film's shocking and bizarre transcendent conclusion.
Yes. So, yeah, basically the whole movie is just about a guy who's a schizophrenic and his family. That's what it's about.
Yes, but there's, like, no story.
No, there's no story. And that is why we're not going to be able to tell you the story.
Very incoherent. It goes... The first, like, 20 or 30 minutes, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
No.
There's not much to it's very hard to decipher.
Yeah. Now going into it,
it gets better though, because then I can actually understand things.
There's moments where that I really liked, but it's fucking weird, man. It's
the best character is the father.
Oh, the father's the best. He's the best, man. He's the highlight.
I did laugh a few times in the movie. I thought we were funny.
Yeah.
But holy Christ, this was fucking a journey.
Yes, it was. It was a test of my patience.
I gotta say, Mike, you got some patience to watch this.
Dude, fucking people asked me if I was disturbed. I was exhausted, is what I was.
That's good. That's a good description. It was exhausting.
It's a Harmony Korine picture. He's the guy that wrote Kids, directed Gummo. So when I found out, when it was suggested to me that we should watch this movie,
he has
and who it did,
very interesting movies.
I like Gummo.
If you've seen Gummo,
Kids was cool.
There's lots to talk about in Gummo.
I was like, we got endless possibilities here.
That's what I was expecting.
So we didn't watch we've had this movie for a couple weeks. We didn't watch the trailer.
It's hard to describe what exactly goes on scene to scene. If you know our format, we usually we try to go through the whole movie, more or less. I don't think we can do that.
No.
We're going to attempt.
We're just going to talk about it.
I'm sure, even if we miss something, no one would know.
No.
Hey, you missed that great scene. No, they're not going to know.
No.
Why didn't you talk about this? No, you're not going to know, because most people probably haven't heard it or watched it or would remember everything. Like, there's that great line. No, there's no great lines.
No.
Well, there's funny lines, but there's not there's no gunga gunga in here.
No. It's just...
I jumped ship.
Hey, man, save me a pull.
Yeah, there's none of those. There's none of those lines.
Nothing. Taking pictures of a parking lot. So, if you don't know, Harmony Korine, whatever the fuck his name is, his work is usually based around some type of dark humor and absurdism involved in...
He likes to put real people...
Yeah.
Like, they'll be the actor, and then he'll surround them with people who don't know they're in a movie, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of the scenes are.
He likes, like, shit that has to do with dysfunctional childhoods and fucking mental disorders and poverty. I mean, it's just... He seems to put these things, like...
He should have directed Borat. There's lots of that where people don't know they're in a movie and they're kind of fucking with people. Because there's definitely, there's scenes on a bus. There's scenes just with regular people having conversations. And it just really looks like those other people don't know that this person's an actor and he's acting a certain way and starting a conversation to it. I mean, listen, maybe they do, then I'm fooled.
Listen, man, I tried to look into every little fucking detail about this movie. It was kind of difficult to do that because I was mostly exhausted from watching it.
I can't believe you watched this and went to work the next day.
So the movie, what's interesting about the movie is that it's made under this Dogma 95 style of filmmaking. That these two directors, these Danish directors, Lars von Trier and Thomas Vindenberg, they created this Dogma 95 manifesto. And basically what it was like filmmaking rules based on traditional values of story, acting, and theme. Mm-hmm. Excluding, they didn't want you to use elaborate sets, and like you kind of had to. It was just a guideline on how to make films in like
a certain way, a more realistic take on shit.
Give the director more power instead of the studio.
Like there's thing. He broke some of the rules. We'll get into that later. But like all the props have to be
like there already. Practical.
You can't just like bring something.
Whatever music you have is supposed to be like coming. Like,
either someone's making it right on screen with a piano.
Yeah,
there's no music in the background.
Yeah, or somebody would have to sing their own song, which gets done in the movie. I mean, it's just... so it was written and directed by fucking Harmony Nutjob.
It's real artsy, right? You say artsy-fartsy a little bit?
Yes.
And I don't know about you, but I like my artsy-fartsy movies being two gay cowboys eating pudding. That's what I like when I'm watching an artsy-fartsy movie.
Yeah, I like my artsy movie to be two guys in the desert trying to stay on some residual boulders, avoiding snakes in the ground.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. That's as artsy as I want to get. You know? But
I know that movie.
yeah. And the character of Julien is based on Harmony's uncle, who he originally actually wanted to be in the film.
He wanted his uncle to actually be in the
movie.
movie.
He wanted his uncle, who's actually schizophrenic, to be in the film. And the reason he wanted to make this movie is because he felt that every other movie that uses somebody that has some type of mental disability fucking always came off as cute or lovable, like a Forrest Gump
Or like
a
magic.
Rain Man.
Yeah, they have like magic powers almost.
Like there was something charming about them, and he felt like that wasn't real life. Which, all right, fine, I'll give him that. I get it. But those movies are made because they're entertaining.
Yes.
You know what makes Rudy good? Because he's fucking short and not smart enough to be there, and that's what makes Rudy good.
It's the underdog
He's
story.
that's what makes
that's
Rocky
what
good.
makes Forrest Gump, and then they're still the underdog.
Yeah, so this movie is
Most movies
Forrest
are
Gump.
underdog stories.
Just take out the running, the fortune, and the fame, and instead of he eats the fucking dog that Jenny had, or something like that.
And during the week, Mike and us, we weren't sure if we were still going to do it.
No, but I committed to it.
Yeah, we
We're
did.
doing it.
But like one of the things that before I saw it, I thought maybe it would be like a very like interpretation, like draw public to the what schizophrenia it really is. Like it was going to be some kind of not a PSA, but kind of draw attention to this illness. And you can't do that in this. There's no drawing attention. Anyone who watched this would. They wouldn't even know what the fuck they're watching half the time. I couldn't imagine a religious nut job watching this. I call him nut job, but they turn it off after 5 minutes probably.
Dude, Roger Ebert.
I don't know, this is garbage.
Roger Ebert said that this was freaks shot by the Blair Witch crew, which I kind of understand what he's talking about after
Gobble gobble.
Only I like Freaks.
I think, well,
Freaks is cool.
It was shot with a guy with no arms, so.
They got a guy.
They got a guy in this movie with no arms.
Who's a highlight?
He might have shot the movie. He is one of the highlights. Maybe he shot it like how you hold
card dealing.
You hold the phone. Yeah, you hold
guy.
the phone with your shoulder and your cheek.
Yeah,
that's how he shot it with the camera. the movie's very grainy.
Yeah,
and it hurts my eyes. Plus, it's wobbly, so it's like Blair Witch. So that not as wild with the camera.
No, because
but it does kind of zoom in too close to things and things of that nature, and it's heavy on my eyes. It doesn't. It's like it really hurts a little bit. It's not pleasant to watch.
No, well, the film's look was achieved by transferring the video from 8mm stock, and blown up into 35mm, and that using some type of fucking optical printer. Yeah, I don't really understand the technical part of it, but I just watch them.
I just watched it.
I just hang out and watch the fucking movie.
So you want to start with the first scene?
I guess. Yeah, we can open with that, man. So you open up with a turtle. Simple enough, right?
Yeah, there's a shot of Julien. He's in the distance. They're in the woods.
Yeah.
He starts coming over.
Sees some kid.
It's a kid fucking around with some turtles. He found a turtle. He's gonna keep it. And there's more turtles. So Julien picks it up.
Turtle.
He's interested.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, Brian, where'd you get this fucking turtle from?" "Oh, I found it in the water."
Except he doesn't speak that. The thing with Julien here is he's also, as far as I know, with schizophrenia, you're not exactly. You can be coherent and speak clearly and be nice.
Yeah.
He seems to have some other illness with him. He's not.
Got a lot going on with him. He is untreated.
He's he's supposed to be untreated. So I really don't know the ins and outs of that, but it seems like he's almost slow.
Yeah.
He
repeats things,
and he's schizophrenic because he's just not all there. And you're not, like I said. What I do know from being schizophrenic, you are kind of good at sometimes. It comes and goes.
I don't even know.
But I really don't know.
Yeah.
Even if you're off your meds, aren't you just?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're not qualified with this.
Yeah, probably wrong about this.
But it seems like he's not always there. He's just very he has like a child's mind at some point.
Yeah. You do see him together, but then he has moments where he's like, I don't know.
There's some clarity where he's just speaking.
I mean, the guy who plays Julien is Ewan Bremner.
And he's done lots of stuff.
He's done like Train Spotting and Snatch.
Anyway, so he's with the turtle.
Yeah, and this kid, this kid fucking has this turtle. He's like,
looks like the kid is filming him, right?
Well, no, I don't even know, man.
I'm not even sure. Looks like the kid has a camera though.
Kid's got a turtle. Julien thinks the turtle's cool. He wants one to take home to his father, and like the kid says something to him. He basically tells him like he can't have one, and then out of nowhere, Julien just starts fucking choking him. It looks like, because then it goes to Julien.
Chokes him or snaps his neck, and then he's saying Bible verses.
Then he realizes what he's done.
Yeah,
and he starts saying Bible verses and fucking buries the kid.
Buries the kid in mud.
Buries the kid in mud.
You don't see the kid; you just see him piling it up on him.
Yeah, and then
that's the opening.
Yeah, and then you just see him walking to this weird music, like he's like kind of in a fog, man. It's fucking.
And the movie's very it cuts and jumps.
Yeah.
So and that's another like just disorienting for obviously normal movies.
No, it's
so
just,
these things throw you off. These things they don't make. It's unnerving, the movie.
Dude, he shoots.
And it's all, I suppose, to make you feel what it's like to be schizophrenic. I don't know. Everything's very the movie's blurry. It jumps. It's jumpy. The cuts.
Yeah, it's almost like he's trying to recreate what Julien's like going through.
His vision, like with you, and it's like, I mean, I don't know what it's like, but if this was what he really sees, like things are just kind of blurry.
Yeah,
I want to kill myself. I think just after all, who'd want to deal with this 24 hours a day? That's what I'm saying.
The movie is exhausting to watch,
and that's why. Yeah, exactly. When we describe it, it is very exhausting.
And it's just like the whole, like Harmony's whole style is fucking, it's experimental, abstract style, and presented in this fucking non-linear format that nobody can understand. I mean, it's just,
yeah.
You know, honestly, like, I really feel like the people that like this movie, that are really into this movie, like these are the kind of movies that they want to watch, are looking at me buying my fucking Transformer ticket like with disdain. Like, how dare he go look at that?
like sucking their teeth.
He must drink Budweiser. You know, like
yeah. Go play with the animals. Like, what's a real movie? Like, very very pretentious.
Yeah.
Like, it has a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, and I couldn't even put a number to this because I don't know if it's even a fucking movie. It's just scenes thrown together. I wouldn't put a number. I wouldn't exactly call it a 1 or a 2 out of 10, but I wouldn't call it a 6.
You know what the thing is? I
understand
it's
a
what
whole
he's
lot
trying
of
to
shit.
do. Listen, it's just an unpleasant watch. I get what he's trying to do. I respect a majority of it.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, the father really is. Eventually he comes
some entertainment value
as the entertainment of the movie. I love when he's fucking going in and out of his speeches and his you know, I mean,
and his voice is very
soothing, you know, it's
somewhat, he has an Eastern European accent. It's very it's like stoic, but it's I'm pretty sure I've heard his voice on like documentaries, and we looked him up. He directs stuff. And he's been in a lot of documentaries. I lost his name. What is his name again?
Werner Herzog.
Yeah. And he looks very familiar, but I don't identify with any of his stuff here. But I've definitely seen or heard him. I just can't really pinpoint it.
Yeah. Because you're going from this fucking opening scene with fucking this guy killing this fucking turtle, and then you're going to the father just
killing the
chilling
kid.
in the whatever, killing the kid. Fucking... Next thing you know, you're fucking in the house with the father.
You're with the father who's got
wearing
he wears a gas mask,
listening to Hank Williams,
and he's drinking cough syrup from
syrup.
the bottle.
Wants to
Why not?
Fucking Everest or something.
Yeah, Mount Everest. I don't know how old he's supposed to be. What are the gas masks? What is the meaning behind that? We're not going to dive that deep in and give my analyze the damn thing.
You go from this scene in the beginning to meeting the family. That's basically what happened. Like, you get a tour around the house. You see the father fucking doing his weird shit, singing Hank Williams. You see the daughter, the sister, whatever. She's in the ballerina thing. She's spinning around.
She's dancing. She's pregnant.
You meet the brother who's doing some weird exercises on the stairs.
He's in his singlet, and
he's going to be a wrestler.
He runs down the stairs, and then he drags himself up back with his arms.
He's trying to get tough because the day before in school, his buns were taped together.
Was he hairy?
Yep. If you know him, he's got a lot of hair. Yeah.
See, it would have been really funny if I knew the kid's name. I would have zinged it right in there. But I don't know his name.
Brian knows him. That's Brian.
Yeah, Brian knows him.
Oh, fuck,
and
man.
The son, he's the youngest brother, I guess, and he's like
the only one that seems semi-normal.
Most normal as you can be in this weird fucking family.
Yeah,
because it's just their interactions are shit. The father is like lost his fucking mind,
which I somewhat understand.
He lost his marbles.
The mother's died giving childbirth to the last kid, Chris.
Chris, yeah.
And the father and the grandmother are there, but the grandmother's old. She seems like she doesn't even speak English.
She's only in a few scenes. And she's just with the little dog.
And the father just looks like he's at the end of his fucking rope, man. Like he just cannot hold it together. It's
ramblings.
Yeah.
They have scenes with something going on, and he's in the background like telling a story. And if you missed the first like 5 seconds, and I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
I was completely locked out of those scenes when he's just talking.
I like zoned out almost.
Because there's like a still, basically, like you see his face like burned into the picture, and you just hear him talking, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
One was about a soldier. I kind of got the
gist,
of it at that, but it took me a minute. Like, wait, what is he going with this? There's at least 2 of them where he does this rant where they're looking at something else and his voice is just kind of over the scene.
And so honestly, I couldn't really tell you what goes on in those scenes.
This is why,
despite my
the first viewing, like 20 or 30 minutes, it's really hard to follow what's going on.
Yeah, because honestly, the way the movie opens,
especially for my first time.
Yeah, the way the movie opens up, you get this it's like opera music on the opening, kind of.
Yes,
and it gives you like this. And opera music, I don't know about anybody else, but it makes me feel uneasy.
Okay.
Like I'm about to walk into some type of Greek tragedy. You know, like it just...
You're going to stab Caesar?
Then there's this fucking unpredictability after the first scene.
Yes.
It's like, what is this guy going to do next? Because the kid didn't really do anything. He just fucking killed him, man.
He just, pretty much.
And then you get to see this weird family, and you're like almost thinking to yourself, like, am I about to see the Mansons or something? It's like... Yeah, man, it's just like there is no fucking story here. There is just like they're just trying to give you
things are just going on.
It's a portrait of a family. That's all.
Things are just happening. There's no protagonist. There's nothing.
Yeah,
things are just happening.
There's nothing. There's no resolve to any of this. He's never going to get better. You know, it's just this is his life.
It's like I said, it's just hard to talk about this. It's hard to like describe it without having seen it yourself.
Yes.
Like when we're trying to go to scene to scene, there's things in the middle we're just not talking about either.
I can't.
There's lots of shit in the middle that's going on
because there's so much
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
that just has happened.
This movie is like it's a visual experience to some extent.
Oh yes,
you know,
just talking about it.
You'd have to see.
Doesn't do it justice.
So you end up finding out that Julien has a job. He's like, you don't find this out clearly. We figured this out later.
You gotta just put it together.
Which it looks like he's working with like other blind and disabled people, but he also looks like he's part of the group, which is confusing.
I imagine we came to the conclusion that like they give you a job, but you're still kind of part of the group. Give you something to do though. Like so he cleans up.
Yeah,
there's a scene with him and a blind man. He's just describing
what's out there,
the scene out the window.
The scene is the city,
and it's just somewhat humorous. Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
thanks. Okay. Thanks for describing what's out there. Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
I almost feel like the bright points of the movie come after a few minutes of questioning why you're still watching. Like they try to reel you back in after maybe 10 minutes of complete disgust.
Yeah, after like 20 minutes, I'm looking at Mike and I'm like, well, is there something coherent going to start that I can kind of follow?
eventually there's something.
I'm like, oh man,
In
I still got
2-minute
another
bursts,
hour of
maybe.
this shit. And but then it's, at least it kind of becomes what seems like there's the father's like trying to motivate his son because he's a wrestler.
Yeah. And he's just soaking him with cold water from the hose,
Be
man.
a tough. This will make him a tough guy.
None
I
of
imagine.
that moody broody. I don't like it.
Yeah, and there's like it's somewhat humorous, but it's
too
at
much
the same point,
moody
it's like,
broody.
oh, what is going on?
Raise your arm. Come on, come closer to me and don't be a coward. I don't want a coward in the family. Come here.
You want me to win? You want me to win?
Yes, I want you to win and don't be a coward. Don't be a...
I'm gonna get
You're
back.
not gonna... My son is not gonna be a coward.
Stop it! Stop!
That is gonna put some weight on you. Stop that shivering. I don't want you to shiver like that. Don't shiver. You're a man. Okay? Don't shiver like that. You're gonna be a winner. Just don't shiver. A winner doesn't shiver.
Just soaking him.
Don't shiver. You'll be a winner.
whatever that. Yeah, I mean,
and he's just trying to soak him up with the fucking water, you know, and just,
he's in his underwear getting soaked with cold hose water.
in front of the whole neighborhood to see. He's shaming him. Yeah, he wants the water to soak in so he can put some weight on. Or
I mean,
something.
he's giving him life advice he can use for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he's waterboarding his kid. I mean, but you know what though? At least like when that happened, I was entertained by that. At least, because that reminded me of like, all right, this is like a Gummo-ish type of scene.
Yes, there is some of them that do remind me of Gummo. Some of the scenes.
And I'm not saying Gummo is a great movie,
but it's got entertainment
But I'll tell you
value.
what, when we saw it, when we
first saw it
that,
years ago,
it was
eye-opening.
We talked about it.
Yeah, lots of times talked about it. We shared it. Hey, you got to see this movie. Talking to my friends, you got to see this fucking movie. It has its entertainment value.
Yeah.
Like one of the next scenes, I think is shot. You know, the girl goes shopping, and it's like pointless. It's really nothing. That's it. She's at the grocery store or whatever, and then you go to like Julian. He's on the street, and he's just like a homeless man, gibberish.
Yeah.
Like if you ever been to a big city and seen just someone, you know, some stranger, whoever, homeless person, and they're kind of gobbling, gibbering on. That's what it was.
Yeah.
For 3 minutes.
And which is funny because I was telling Chris about this. This week I was happened to be in I work in a lot of stores, and like I'm always in like gas stations and everything, and I'm down in Mount Vernon, which is basically the Bronx. It's like right there. And I had a guy standing a few feet away from me like all day long doing that. Just like talking to himself. Sometimes he's fine, sometimes he's not. And I just thought it was like fitting that I happened to be watching this movie 3 or 4 times this week. And I had like, so I got to have like a different perspective on it a little bit, you know? Not that I'm like cultured now or anything. It's just, you know, it's not
cultured.
Like I wasn't staring at Rembrandts all day.
The wind is blind. The wind is actually blind. Because the wind is a breeze. Breeze is a zephyr. Zephyr's a yarn. Yarn's a tail. I can't get over it. 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 You know what I mean? I know. I like curse. I like curse as well. I like curse as well. I like VDN my VDN. I have the end of my VDN. I have the end of my VDN. If you already know me, you know me already. You know me, my friend. My friend. My friend is my brother. My friend is my brother.
Where do you go from here? I like the part where like his father is like trying to dress his kid up. That's kind of funny.
His wife is she's dead and he misses her, I guess. I mean, he doesn't seem to miss her other than trying to make his son dresses in her dress.
Yeah.
And dance with him.
Yeah,
and he bribes him with $10.
Yeah, the kid walks in the fucking room.
Whole $10.
That's as much as a family makes in a month.
It's a lot of money.
Well, I love how
in some country. Where are crazy countries from?
The kid walks in and he's just like got the dresses all laid out, and he's got that drawn mustache on his face.
What's that? Why is that there?
Yeah,
Why does he have a marker with a curly mustache drawn on his face?
And he's just like, show me the dresses. Those are your mother's. Like, I want you to put that dress on and dance with me because I haven't danced since
you passed.
And the kid's just like, no.
No.
How
about $10?
I'm going to give you $10.
No.
Why don't you take this dress? No, we'll do it. Belonged to your mom.
Yeah?
She wore it when we got married. Why don't you put it on? It's very nice. You're the only one who looks like your mother. Show me the other one. It's a summer dress. Might fit you better. Just put it on, Chris. Just put it on and dance with me.
No.
You see, since your mother left, I've never danced. I'm gonna give you $10.
Yep. Surprisingly, that was somewhat entertaining.
And that's the scene.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's another bunch of weird stuff that happens in between, but then there's like Julien talking in the mirror.
Yeah.
With a BB gun.
Talking in the mirror with the BB gun.
Talking to himself.
Cocking the shit out of this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then eventually he introduces, he says hello to Adolf.
He's talking
Hitler,
to
and he's talking to him about, I don't know what. He's basically giving him a guide, a rules about if he's going to live in this house, he can't do this, can't do that. I don't know if he's inviting another voice to his head. Or,
I can't let people know I'm friends with a Nazi, something
along
along those lines.
I can't let people know I'm consorting with a known Nazi or something.
I'm like, what?
But at least that gives you some type of view into what he's doing with his free time. You know?
Yeah, I mean, damn, man. I couldn't imagine having like a mentally ill child. Like I don't know how realistic this movie is. I mean, this guy's trying, but good Lord, this is like the whole family's like mentally ill though.
Well, it seems like the whole family is struggling to deal with.
They certainly are. They have their problems.
The situation's not easy.
No.
The mother dying makes it even harder. I mean, it just seems like everybody's a little strung out. And the only one holding it together is the kid trying to fucking become the best wrestler in the world.
He seems just like the normalest person as much as possible.
Yeah, he seems like the only normal. I mean, the only weird thing he does is he wrestles garbage cans in the street.
Apparently, he has no friends. I'm imagining he's even on the fucking team if he has to wrestle a garbage can.
I have no idea. It's not an opponent. His father told him so.
Well, he's doing the right positions.
He's doing everything right, but
and then he gets advice from his father.
He's such an... Well, his dad was a little pissed because he fucking threw plastic all over his yard.
He throws the garbage can in the garden or the yard. I don't want all this plastic in my yard.
It's one garbage can.
It's one piece of... I don't know.
Want all this plastic in my backyard. You know?
I don't know what that is. He just does that.
I'm just waiting for him to be like, diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, he kind of he sounds just like that guy. Can't touch me. When are we doing Lethal Weapon 2? Anyway,
anytime you want. First, we gotta do Hooper.
I want to do Hooper.
Hooper.
Yeah, I can't wait to do Hooper.
Oh, I fucking love Hooper. Sorry.
What is he? He gives him like a motivational speech, right? You have to be a winner.
Well, he says like he says something like I want a winner in this family, and like that's not an opponent. That's if you're gonna be a winner, be like the best winner. I don't know.
See, I would like to hear Emilio Estevez.
He says
he's talking about his dad. You're gonna be a winner, Andrew.
Yeah.
We have no losers. Yeah. We're gonna just put that
tolerate any losers in this family.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
He kind of says to him. He channels the Breakfast Club in this scene.
Exactly. He does say something to him. He's like, I need more energy, more courage, more plastic or something like that. It's like,
God, I don't even know.
Whatever. I don't know what. All right, so we're using like the fucking DVD guide to tell you like the order of scenery.
Yes, because it's very hard to follow.
Yeah. Number 10 is recreation. Oh, they're in the pool.
Oh, is
They're
that
in the
what
pool.
that
The family
is?
goes to
I
the
thought those
pool.
were like
Yeah, that's what it is.
crystals or something.
It's either the
Yeah.
pool or it's the fucking.
That's a very brief scene.
There was a scene where he's
They're
bowling
just
with
swimming in a
blind guys.
pool.
When
Yeah,
did that happen?
we skipped over that.
Whatever.
He's out with
the gang.
of blind people
Yeah.
and whatever other
And they're
illnesses
bowling.
these people might have, and they just go bowling.
Yeah.
It's brief. It is what it is. That's it.
Yep.
It's just there.
Next scene. There's so Julian's sister seems to be the person that is like
Takes
the
care
most
of him a little bit.
understanding
Yes,
of who he
okay.
is.
No one takes care of him. He
No,
just goes on his own. What am I
Yeah.
saying? He goes on his own of his own accord.
Yeah.
And does whatever he likes.
That's
No
the
one's
thing. The
watching
father is
him.
not paying attention.
No one
to him.
watches him.
The father doesn't like him at all. He's paying maybe a little bit to the daughter and mostly to this one kid that I guess he sees hope in.
Yeah, he
You
does
know?
seem to at least care about his son. He's trying to give him
Despite
advice.
the fact that he's trying to fucking bang his own kid. Or at least dress him up, call him Susie.
call his Susie.
Yeah. But so Julian, there's a scene
Q.
where it's actually an interesting scene where fucking,
Yes.
you know,
He's talking on the phone.
with his sister, and his
To
sister
his
is
sister.
pretending to be his mother,
Yes.
and they're having a conversation.
And he's
and
just
she
telling
tells
her
him-
how much he misses her and
She's
going
yeah, she's telling him, you know, you got to brush his teeth because Julian has
Yeah, she
these
keeps-
gold teeth on.
yeah.
Because if you do see a picture, his teeth are actually really decayed. So I think his brother bought him these grills to wear.
he's got grill. He got a grill. Gold grill.
And his mother and his sister's talking to him on the phone about like health, like she
Keeping
tells
his
him that
teeth healthy.
Yeah, and she
The
tells him that
brush.
she's working as a as like a dental hygienist, and I think she's trying to get him to brush his teeth and everything. And it's just interesting, you know.
So yeah, it's like a little bit sweet.
Yeah, it's like almost like, all right, well, this is like kind of what have I expected a little bit more.
From a movie.
Yeah.
I miss you, Ma. I wish you were still here, like when I was a little baby, Ma.
Yes. I love you too, Julian. And I'm watching you. All those voices you're hearing, those are just friendly voices. No one's out to get you. No one wants to hurt you. Right? Julian?
I wish you were still here, Ma.
Is the first scene where I'm like, oh,
Okay, movie.
this could make sense.
Yes.
And we're like fucking an hour in.
Yeah. Finally
Finally,
maybe we're-
something
Yeah.
coherent.
Following that by some
Some type of story, even.
yeah, and then right after that we get fucking
His dad's giving more advice. I'm sure there's, put it this way, every time we go to another scene, there's some weird bullshit in between this.
yeah.
We're not exactly, we're trying to keep it together as best as possible, but this movie's very hard to follow.
Yeah. Now this is personal favorite of the movie, favorite scene. Was when Julian is sitting at the table and they're eating dinner, and he's got the poem.
Oh, yes.
And he's
Yes,
going
the
morning
poem.
chaos, afternoon chaos, evening chaos. He's just saying
Over
it
and over and
over and over again.
Yep.
Paul. I got a poem. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
Daddy, can I read a poem? Okay. Midnight chaos, eternity chaos, morning chaos, eternity chaos, noon chaos, eternity chaos, evening chaos, eternity chaos, midnight chaos, eternity chaos, morning chaos, eternity chaos, noon chaos, evening chaos, eternity chaos, midnight chaos, eternity chaos, morning chaos, eternity chaos, noon chaos, eternity chaos, evening chaos, eternity chaos, midnight chaos, eternity chaos, noon chaos, chaos, evening chaos, eternity chaos, midnight chaos, eternity chaos,
Julian, cut it out.
morning chaos, eternity chaos.
By repeating chaos,
No.
you don't even, it doesn't even rhyme.
Right into chaos,
Even
right into
with-
chaos.
Okay, come on.
No,
Come on, stop that.
Let me-
That's not a poem.
and I'm finished.
Kind of
Midnight.
a poem
His
is
father's just like, you know, it doesn't rhyme.
I don't like this
I
poem.
don't like it. It's
It doesn't,
too
there's
artsy,
no,
fartsy.
go ahead.
And it's just, I just found it interesting because he's like morning chaos, afternoon chaos, evening chaos, and I'm just like thinking like, you know, his father doesn't think it's a poem, and it really kind of obviously it isn't one, but like to him it is. It's him expressing what he's
Some
thinking.
kind of literary. It's an
That's
expression.
his-
It's an
that's his
expression, though.
day.
It's
morning chaos. That's what his head is like.
He's talking about his reality.
Yeah. So I would say, and I wrote this down so I wouldn't fuck it up. So I'm going to read from the paper. So Julian's poem provides a window into his worldview. It mimics the central ideas of absurdism as someone tries to seek value and meaning in life with the inability to find any. His reality is broken, disorganized, and confused, and these elements dictate the film's nonlinear narrative told by Julian's perspective. Now,
I give you an A.
Thank
in
you.
Your book report.
Considering I was a D English major, but holy shit, that's not the kind of movie I want to watch. I just got done watching Garbage Pail Kids, and despite my ranting about the movie, I fucking love it.
I think I might have said at some point while watching Garbage Pail Kids, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah.
I take that back.
You take that back
and put it on Julien Donkey Boy. What the fuck did I just watch?
Let me ask you this question, because I
take it back.
I know there's a movie that you really don't like, and I wanted to. If you had a choice, between watching Julien Donkey Boy and Loser, which one would you watch?
Oh, you actually remember that?
Yes, I do. Because you told me that story at least twice, and you, with such disdain, with such contempt in your eyes.
I really hate that movie.
I know you do.
I would watch Loser.
Yes.
And I really would hate watching it.
Yes, and that's what my point is, that no matter how bad you think a movie is, like when you go see Spider-Man 3 and you walk out of it pissed off, remember this movie. You know? Because this movie is made as a fuck you to the person watching it. This is, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yes, this is just his
vision. I don't
vision.
give a fuck if you like it or not.
Which I respect. That's great.
Yeah, but
I don't... I mean, honestly, I would not have found this movie and watched it on my own.
It's just
not my...
And it's not your cup of tea?
We both are... We've had third mics here. We have Matt and we had Mike sometimes, and both of them pretty much wanted to hear our reaction, wanted us to talk about it. I curse you.
Oh, you cursed them?
I curse them. I know they're fans of our director here and Gummo and Kids. And
I like Gummo and Kids.
I can understand. I can watch the movies. They're very different. They're very interesting.
I haven't seen Spring Breakers. I have heard decent things about that.
I'm sure that's more of a movie too, considering Selena Gomez is in it.
And
you can watch Julien Donkey Boy for $2.99 on YouTube.
You can do it on Amazon too. That's how I watched it most of the week until I came here, because you had the DVD.
And there's lots of scenes, which you're probably better off watching it this way. There's lots of 1 minute and a few minute scenes on YouTube for free. You probably get the same experience.
Yeah,
tell you the truth. There's lots of them. Oh man, I love when he's just drinking cough syrup, and he drinks it out of his slipper for some reason.
Yeah,
why not?
Not great.
Why not? Did he lose a bet? Did he lose a bowling game?
There's just
that was the
I like when he's hanging out with the fucking the armless guy.
That was a good scene.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Deal cards. He's dealing aces.
He's doing magic card tricks.
I love
pulling aces out the top all day long.
I love when he's
just, how you doing it? How you doing that?
And he's so frustrated. And this,
I like that guy because he's got a great
outlook
on his life.
I learned it as a kid. It was my equalizer. You're born without arms. You learn to use your feet. That's the physical part. The rest, that's where you learn. It's the attitude. Look, she's got attitude too. You come over here and pout about your world, and I'm telling you, you just have to adopt a positive attitude. It's not like those people on TV that sell you stuff. It's real life. It's like the ace keeps coming up. We're not on TV. We're real life.
Grab it, and shut up.
Topic again? It could be anyone. See? It could be in the middle. It could be anywhere. It's on top. There it is again. Attitude. Positive thinking. I know. Sounds like crap, but it works for me. Cheers. You're my friend. I don't do it to hurt you. I do it to show you a lesson. Help you learn, buddy.
And I think what's interesting about that scene is that, all right, he's got a physical limitation. He can overcome this he can make the best possible life that he can out of it. Julien can't. There's no overcoming serious mental
unless there was some
disability.
kind of huge breakthrough in drug and brain medicine, I'd imagine. Nothing's going to change you.
It's just... it's just, you know, he doesn't get better. He doesn't get worse. He stays the same. That's just, you know, it's real life. He's really into the church. I mean,
yeah, he goes.
You see him at confession.
He goes to confession. He goes to another church. It seems like
You see
it
two
seems like a
type
different
of-
church.
He's in a Catholic
It's hard
church.
to tell.
He's
but
in
it
a
looks that
Catholic
way.
church, and he looks like maybe he's in a, you know, like a Southern Baptist kind of church.
Yes.
I guess I don't know how to explain it because I'm not a religious.
They get a
person, so-
camera in there. I'm sure they did it without their knowledge. Maybe they did.
I don't know.
I know most churches wouldn't want a camera in their church filming said movie.
Yeah.
Whether they lied to him or he just did it on his own, I don't know. But there is church scenes. They look real. Like you said, it's supposed to be. There's no sets or anything, so these are actors too. I don't know. It's looked real.
Yeah. It's just all right. What's next? Well, then he's fucking. At some point,
This is where he
there's
goes.
a balancing act.
He
on
does
the
another
glass.
motivational kind of thing to get him. He's got a glass. He shows his son like something, and he says that I don't know, he's done it before, and he wants him to try to do it.
Yeah, he wants
There's
him
a
to.
glass of water.
Yeah, you can tell.
Glass of water that you stand on with one foot, and there's a plate turned upside down with a cigarette stood up, and you're supposed to kind of bend down without falling and pick it up and smoke it. So you have to be talking about flexibility and a little dexterity. You know, it wouldn't be easy to do this. The kid does it,
kinda
but
did
falls
it.
he gets a cigarette and falls off. He doesn't rise back up. So
Yeah.
you want to go down, grab it, and go back up. And it's you got to smoke it though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
that
smoke though.
That was funny. That
Oh,
was
you'll
funny.
learn. You'll learn how to smoke.
He's like, no, you have to stand back up and you have to smoke it.
It's Europe. He's European.
Yeah.
Everyone smokes.
But I don't smoke.
Or Russian. I don't even fucking know.
You'll learn.
He's like it's Kazakhstan or something. It's hard to pinpoint where
I think
he's from.
I think he's Russian in the movie.
It could be.
I think he is.
It's not really. Yeah, it's like way Eastern European at least.
But it's funny because every time I
Diplomatic
hear his
immunity.
voice, that I think of stuff like that. I'm thinking of Die Hard. You know.
Yeah.
Fucking Hans Gruber. I mean, this guy was definitely at the top of Nakatomi
You guys are very
Towers.
slick guys.
Yeah.
Definitely European.
Fuck, I love that movie. Why couldn't we watch Die Hard, man?
Because we have to watch like Die Hard 4. Die Hard's too good.
Die Hard 2?
I like Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 4 is not that
Die Hard.
as
I know
bad
Die
as-
Hard.
Die Hard 5
I only
sucks.
count 1, 2, and 3.
What was the best?
4 and 5. Forget about them. We're just counting the trilogy.
4 is better than 5.
2 gets the shit end of the stick, but 2 is really a lot better than people give it credit. You know,
I think 2 is.
well, most people will say 1, 3, and 2, but
I think
3 is very good too.
I think. Well, what I would say is that 1 is great. 2 is exactly what you'd expect, and I think 3 reinvented it.
Yeah,
You know?
I say that's fair.
Right?
That's
Like,
fair.
Fucking 3 was amazing. Fucking considering it to see.
It's
a
almost.
second
You could
sequel to a
almost
movie.
not call it. It could have been something else.
Yeah.
It could have been like.
Which it probably was.
It probably was.
It probably was, and they were like, "Fuck."
It
let's
could have been a
put
whole
Bruce Willis
different
in
movie
this.
without. It didn't have to be called Die Hard.
Yeah,
and it would have been
that
very good.
I fucking loved it when it came out. I used to watch the shit out of that.
Oh yeah, that's good. You want to take a small break?
Sure.
So, number one, I don't want all this plastic in my garden. And do you feel like a winner? Plastic, 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 plastic.
I was just playing.
Yeah, but that's not an opponent. You've got to be tough, real tough. You've got to out-gut them, out-tough them, out-wrestle them, out-plastic them. It should be a winner. There's no winner around in the house.
And we're back to Danny Bonaducci, Donkey Boy.
Yeah, he would have done this movie.
Yeah, he would
I
have.
think he would have. He would have been in it.
Excellent job.
I think it would have threw. It would have threw everyone off. It's too.
I would have enjoyed that.
If he was in it, the director would have like, no, he's too commercial.
He's too big.
He's too big.
We could never get him.
I need Daniel Day-Lewis. How many times do you think he's called Daniel Day-Lewis to be one of his movies?
Surprised he hasn't done it.
This dude is too out there with his movies.
I just feel like it's a big fuck.
He's
you.
way too out. Yeah,
You know?
I feel it is a big fucking middle finger to the
seen,
industry.
Have you ever seen Harmony on Letterman?
I've never seen this guy. I don't even know what he looks like.
When later on tonight, when you're not,
I'll
busy,
check him out. Yeah,
watch Harmony on Letterman.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was doing it on purpose or if Letterman just kept having him on to just because he was so odd.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if it was on purpose or not. It was just like, I did read something interesting that Letterman said the reason he stopped appearing was because he caught him. He walked into the back room where everybody
David
waits.
Letterman caught him.
David Letterman caught him in the back room going through Meryl Streep's purse.
Yep.
I buy that.
I say there's a lot of weird people in Hollywood who might do shit like that.
Yeah.
Rich people steal stuff, you know?
Yeah. Because they weren't always rich.
For the thrill of things.
People weren't
I
always...
wouldn't even know if he's rich, but people do weird shit.
I know that he works. I know he shoots commercials and some music videos and shit, but he did not... I don't think he made much money off of this.
I doubt it.
I think the box office was $80,000.
You said it was $1 million budget?
I think that's what it cost to make this movie.
How?
Because this fucking asshole
it's just a handheld camera.
But aside from him handing me and you, the guy that's watching this, an hour and like 40-minute fucking piece of shit, he handed the editor like 9 hours worth of footage.
God bless him.
Right? I mean, if anybody's gonna
that guy must have went fucking nuts.
Give that guy the Nobel Prize.
There's deleted scenes on here, but we didn't watch them.
No, don't care. What is there going to be a story in the deleted scenes?
If there was,
I bet you that's it.
There would
I bet you all the good shits in the deleted scenes.
Movies in the deleted scenes. Yeah. That's the trick.
Yeah, the movie we got was the cutting room floor.
You ever see that how DVDs? If you didn't know this, they have Easter eggs. Like they'll have the menu, and you hit
Critters has a great Easter egg.
You hit like select, and there'll be another option all of a sudden. Or like you move the cursor around.
I used to look for
Remember
them.
that? We figured that out
on
one
a couple
time.
of my movies. Yeah.
We haven't done that in a while. I haven't talked about it in a while.
I got too many movies to do that to.
But it's like anytime, put it this way, anytime you get a movie, look it up.
Like, yeah, you buy a movie,
DVD,
look up Easter eggs.
Sometimes
I don't know if they do it anymore.
You hit a little combination on the remote, or you move it around, and like, something else will highlight, and you click on that, and it'll give you another scene or something.
You'll scroll to a certain part of the menu, and then you press over or up or something like that, and then something will highlight.
We got to hit
Gleam in the Cube.
Yes,
something.
I think we got to hit the Konami life code, and the real movie will start.
Up, down, up, down, left, right.
I'll let you do it.
Whatever one of those. And then you beat Contra. Then it's possible.
Imagine that. Just Contra pops up instead of Julien Donkey Boy. I'll play
love that. I don't care if it was fucking... I'd rather play Contra Force than play fucking...
Contra Force.
I'd rather play that than watch this. They're just as choppy.
I don't know if I can...
just as much slowdown.
I don't know if I can play Contra Force for an hour and a half.
But you could watch this? I guess you were hanging out with me. I was going to make you watch this by yourself.
We almost did that.
That way we could watch another movie and just talk about this.
We could. I mean, I guess I could have, but I didn't.
I felt bad. I was
scared.
Like, I'm gonna my fucking wife is looking at me like, you're gonna make him watch that by himself. I was like, I'll be all right.
That's what I wrote. You're gonna make me watch this by yourself.
All right, what's next? They're at a party.
The party scene.
The party,
which I almost gagged. And threw up.
Got a guy eat cigarettes. End of story.
He's like a magician, and he's not eating them yet. He puts them in his mouth. He's got like tongue control, so he can hold stuff in his tongue. So he makes it look like he's eating them, and he pulls them back out, and they're lit. And he pulls them, and he's putting other shit in his mouth.
He swallows them,
but then he finally swallows them. It's fucking gross.
Yeah.
I gagged at least 3 times.
Yeah, it's gross.
Next scene.
Don't know what happens.
Party with weird people.
The feet. He's playing the drums with the feet, right? Is that it?
I don't remember this part.
I don't know. He's either dealing the cards now or he's playing the drums with the prostitute.
Oh, this is the drum part then.
Yeah.
The cards was already... I think the cards happened already.
Yeah,
it was somewhere in the middle.
Go to the next one.
Somewhere in the middle. With the guy with no arms. He's playing the drums.
Oh, let's get serious and fucking wrestle.
Yes.
That was kind of funny.
This scene was another Gummo kind of esque
yeah.
scene.
Because Julien comes out dressed in a bra and like under. He tries to dress like what he thinks a wrestler is.
Yeah, he's got like Speedos on.
Speedos on and like a
and
fucking
he's got a
karate
bandana,
kid
bandana on.
Yeah, and his brother's like in the uniform.
Singlet, and they're gonna like help train him wrestle or give him an opponent at least.
But he's not taking it seriously, and I think Chris has just had enough of his brother. He's just like tired of dealing with him. And he like doesn't want. He's mad at his brother. He pushes him away, and Julien like realizes that his brother's mad, and he chases him down, tries to make up with him. That's what happens.
Yeah, pretty much. Then we go to
back to church,
the Baptist church scene. I think church. I'm not even sure if it's Baptist. It could be anything. There's no indication really, but
whole lot of singing.
Back to they're singing. So
Julien's
we
into
assumed.
Because that's one thing. Julien is into his faith. You know.
Yeah, he goes to church. I think it's the structure. You know, it gives him some kind of feeling a normalcy,
I guess, or he's trying.
He does that.
I couldn't figure out what the church thing really meant. I didn't know if he was like searching for some type of answer or hope, or maybe it was just keeping him level. I don't know. But
this was a strange scene.
Yeah. Then there's a scene like where it looks like the father is all right because Julien's sister Pearl, played by Chloe Sevigny, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
You know her from Big Love, Kids, Gummo.
She's dating this guy.
Yeah.
Dating the director.
So she's playing the harp a lot throughout the movie. There's a lot of Farajaka being played.
Yeah, there's a scene with Julien in the tub singing Farajaka.
Yeah, that was weird too. And you know, the father he's had enough of like the noise, I think, or something. Maybe it's the cough syrup that's making him act like a nut job.
I imagine he's
I'd be mask he's wearing. And he starts flipping out. He calls his daughter a whore or a slut. Then he starts telling Julien he's so stupid he should slap his own face.
And Julien starts slapping his face. Slap face.
You know, I'm not even. Yeah, it was just fucking.
It was odd.
It's just a series of fucking depressing type scenes.
You look so stupid. You look utterly and completely and irrevocably stupid.
I'm not even
You're
stupid.
so stupid. You look so stupid. If I were so stupid, I would slap my own face.
Well, I'm not even stupid. Well, I'm not even stupid like that. Well, I'm not even stupid like that.
Tell him to slap his face.
I'm not even stupid like that.
Slap his face.
No, Julien, relax.
It's just like you get these little vignettes almost of fucking.
It's little snippets of things in their life, and then things that are just like close up, way too close.
Yeah.
Like there's scenes where they're just like zooming in on things, and I don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's what.
It's like Julien's going in and out of reality or something. It's just fucking weird.
That's what really. I'm starting to now that we're talking about it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm kind of.
This is what I'm saying. 4 viewings in, it's making sense.
But
it doesn't mean I fucking like it. You know.
Yes.
Like,
it is bizarre.
Yeah.
You really need. You know what? I kind of. Now we're almost an hour in here. I kind of recommend if you like movies to see it.
Yeah, I think you have.
I won't see that if you know.
I'm not gonna say you're.
Oh, excuse me. You like films. You like films.
Yeah.
That is. Like if you're a film major, things like I'd imagine this is something you should probably see. Just for the
if you're a pretentious 19-year-old that think has it all figured out and you're just so into movies and everybody else that's going and seeing the big blockbuster can go suck their own dick.
Yeah.
You know?
But,
I mean, this is the artist jerking off to a picture of himself. That's what I'm watching.
Just us talking about it has actually opened my eyes a little bit on a lot of things, just in general. But
because we're smart. We're not like everybody says.
Yeah. I didn't go to film school or anything, but I've watched
4 movie classes.
I've watched lots of movies.
No, you don't need to go to film school. Just watch movies. Just watch them. You'll figure it out.
We're our new podcast name will just be the Underachievers. The Underachievers.
Got a movie called The Underachievers. You don't want to watch it?
Maybe.
Look, that's opportunity calling in the background right now.
I'll get it later. Phone's ringing.
Telling us not to watch this.
I'll get it later.
Piece of shit. All right, so are we coming up on the end? Is this the last scene of the movie or the last couple?
Yeah, it's close.
So
this is the second to last one.
All right, now we're
at the ice rink.
Throughout the movie, there is this ice skating theme going on. Like it's just like you see
the first thing you actually see in the movie is a figure skater.
Might be Tanya Harding.
It kind of really that's what I thought. It goes in and out. It's very blurry. Close-ups. Later on, you see the father and the armless man watching that figure skating scene. You see. Yeah. So now, but this is now it's later, towards the end of the film. Julien is at the ice skating rink. His sister's there, and she's skating with a little girl who I think is in the
club.
She's in the group. She's blind too. Okay, yeah. She's in the group, so they're skating together.
Julian's talking to the Jewish kid,
a little Hasidic Jew,
which is hilarious though. That scene's funny, and I didn't notice it until today. Even though
it is a very funny scene. I don't think the kid knows he's an actor. They're having a discussion. He's trying to
sell him his new idea for ice skates.
Yeah, sell him an idea on slipper ice skates. Yeah. And the kid, one of the kid's lines is, "I want you to go home, look in the toilet, and eat shit."
That was funny. I enjoyed that. That was good.
So like at some point they're having a conversation, they're going back and forth, but then the kid just really is getting fed up with him.
It's like, leave me the fuck alone.
The kid's like fucking 9, and he talks like an adult. Like, and I really don't. I think the kid has no idea he's in a movie at all. I think a lot of people. There's a lot of scenes where they're just interacting with people, and they don't know that they're supposed to be in a movie. Yeah. It was entertaining, to say the least.
I don't know if we mentioned this, but Julian's sister is pregnant. Just so everybody knows.
We mentioned it. I mentioned it, but yeah, she is pregnant. I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Actually, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. She is pregnant. She's ice
skating. You don't
skating.
see her often.
She looks like she's 9 months pregnant, and she's ice skating, which, bad idea.
All of a sudden,
she fucking falls, man.
She's on
right
the
on her
and there's like
no, stomach.
And now there's no one on the ice anymore. It's almost like it's an odd scene. There's no one like in the whole place.
Yeah.
And Julian's there, but it's like it's supposed to be like artsy, where it's like, oh no, you're all alone.
Yeah.
Whatever. So then, she rushed to the hospital, emergency. She's
in agony.
She's in pain. It's terrible to hear, actually.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Again, the movie's all blurry. It's this weird blurriness too. Yeah. So everything is
Chris
just
and Julien are at the hospital.
Yeah.
The father.
There's a brief scene of him
is home in the gas mask.
In the gas mask, dancing with his invisible wife, dead wife.
Which I'm thinking to myself, like, is he dancing and not there because he doesn't really care? He might not even want another kid to look after anyway.
Know.
Is that it?
Who knows?
Is he in his own world? They don't tell him anything.
Pretty much.
Did he try to put them all in a dress and they're like, "Fuck you, Dad"? I don't know, but so all right, she loses the baby.
A nurse comes out
holding the
baby. Julien follows her. She's in another room.
And now we're getting our big climax in the movie.
And she says, "Oh, he wants to see the baby. Can I see? It's my baby." Oh, it's like the baby's dead.
Yeah.
This is the as the back of the movie cover says, the film's shocking and bizarrely transcendent conclusion.
Because you should be upset about the baby being dead. But what you're more confused about is, wait a minute, he just said that's my baby?
My baby.
So now dead baby doesn't mean shit. Now you're trying to figure out, like, at what point has this dude been fucking his sister?
Honestly, when I first saw it, I just thought he said my baby because it's his family.
Yeah.
I didn't connect. Mike explained there's another scene earlier where they're talking scriptures and Julien
reading off commandments.
Julien
Thou shalt not sleep with one sister.
He says it several times or something.
Yeah. And that's why you got to watch it a couple times.
So the hint is,
incest,
whatever.
So this movie,
what else? I'm not surprised.
I mean, it's just very like.
I'll tell you this: I wasn't shocked.
No. I'll be real with you. I wasn't shocked.
After watching all this, I was not shocked.
If anybody has ever seen Gummo, you would not be shocked by this type of ending.
Well, this just movie in general. If it was a normal movie. Like more normal movie with just scenes that end and begin and middles, and then bam, that showed up. I'd be but no, I was like, anything can happen.
Yeah,
I was expecting him.
That's how the movie opens.
I was expecting him to eat the baby when he took it. He ends up taking the baby.
Yeah.
He's on the bus for all the stops.
Yeah.
And people are getting on.
But you're right though, like.
And he takes it home and goes under the covers.
And he's just
and
looking
then
at the
it
camera.
kind of just ends there.
But no, I like what you said.
He just
there,
steals
though.
the dead
Anything
baby.
can happen. And I think the opening tells you that.
Yeah. Oh,
that
yeah.
Anything can happen. This is unpredictable as shit. You don't know what you're going to be watching. This is an experience. Grab your wine and cheese and all your fucking Cape Cod friends.
Make sure your monocle is in. You don't want to drop it.
Yeah,
Like,
hang
oh
out with the
my.
Monopoly guy and fucking sit back and watch a fucking...
My word.
Watson? Yeah, I mean... I wonder if Winthorpe watches this.
Winthorpe.
Like, oh, sure, he went to Harvard.
I said that last week, and there was no reason for me to say it.
No,
but
but
you just said Harvard. You know what? I was thinking
These things
I was thinking of it at work, and I had to get it out of me.
No, you gotta. That my whole life has become some type of movie association.
Honestly, all I do is mention I do Simpsons references at work, in old movies.
People say one word and it triggers some type
shit.
of movie memory. For
I
me.
have my own sickness
because this is what I did with my entire fucking life. When I was not playing sports, I was inside watching movies and playing Zelda.
Pretty much. What is the end titles here? What is that picture?
I think that is a picture of his uncle. I'm not positive.
That's what I was guessing. Yes. That's his the director's real life uncle. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. So Julien Donkey Boy. The end. Finn.
Yeah. That's.
I'd rather watch Al Bundy's Shios.
Oh man. We have a theme here. It's kind of an 80s. It's not. We won't necessarily not do a certain movie.
Yeah.
But there's a certain light-hearted kind of movies.
Yeah, we're just watching.
We do horror
movies.
I don't want to do torture movies. We're not going to do
fun.
Faces of Death or anything.
No.
But more fun. We'll have fun with it. And we're doing this, and this is way off fucking kilt.
Honestly, the only reason this made it on is because it was 1999, and it technically was rentable. If you couldn't rent it, we're not.
It was rentable. And we did it because of a request as well from a friend of ours.
We like Matt.
I wouldn't think someone. Yeah. We like Matt.
I did it because we like Matt. But apparently,
I don't
he
like
does not
him
like us.
No. What do? You ruined our show. You ruined it. It's ruined.
Funny enough, he'll be here next week because his suspension happens to end the day.
You know
before.
what I like the best about Matt being here is that I'm 3 times the size of him, and I get to tell him anything I want, and he can't. Maybe he won't be on. He is suspended.
What if he jumps off the top rope and hits you with the belt?
He better show up with a belt. We have to. That's his best bet. We do wrestling because then I got to act like I'm hurt.
Yeah.
When he hits me, I got to play along.
But he gives
That's
you
his
the
best
old fucking clothesline.
The old college try.
He comes in like the 1, 2, 3 kid.
That's what.
And you're the big show.
He put me in a small package real quick. That's how he'd win the match.
Yeah, I wish Mike could have watched this with us.
I would have loved Mike to have been here. It would have been good commentary with us.
Yeah, man. Fuck, man. It's exhausting though, right? Like your head's kind of hurts a little bit.
My head's spinning after watching it.
Yeah.
I'd imagine a lot of people who just like to watch movies and somehow stumbled across this, aren't into like something as odd as this, turned it off after 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And said, no, we're not doing this.
There's not a lot of podcasts out there doing it. There's not a lot of information on YouTube. I mean, there's a couple things on YouTube. It's not a lot.
I mean, the guy the director he's a very visionary. I mean, he's done a movie called Trash Humpers. Where he kind of put tapes out in neighborhoods for people to find.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't do that.
No, he didn't do it.
He wanted the people to just find the movie, watch it, and be like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I'm with him on that. That's interesting.
I think that is a strange, interesting idea.
Yeah. I'm interested in that. It's just...
So this guy definitely has a vision of films that like no other.
No, yeah, he doesn't want to give you the traditional type of film,
but it is at the same time like a college movie.
I think he's wasting his talent a little bit by doing this, because it's like I think any artist wants to be seen. You want your work looked at. What's the point if you're only who's going to be into this?
Oh,
except for the hardcore film guy.
We also forgot about. I'm looking at things here. There's a black albino rap.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Alright, go Victor, go Julien, go James. Yeah,
I'm a black albino straight from Alabama, way down south, then you know that I'm a black albino straight from Alabama, way down south, then you know that I'm a black albino straight from Alabama. Yeah, check it out. Oh, well, salutations from Poke. Oh, it's the Ivory Brother, no mistaking about the name, because it could not be like me. I'll be myself. There you go. Although the help a yap a word or two from my DNC, I'm proud to be about your jaw. Now let's get back jaw. Let's try to drop the also rhyming and get back up on the track. Pack a smash for both the license to be exact about the albino straight from Alabama. Go Way down south, and you know that I'm a black albino straight from Alabama. Way down south, and you know that I'm a black albino straight from Alabama. Way down south, and you know that I'm a black albino straight from Alabama. Way down, gotta be smooth. Whoa, smooth. What does it mean? I feel just like
Totally forgot about that.
And this is like they're like these scenes where it's like real. It feels like real people.
Yeah,
there's no act.
He's in this group.
You know, he's not an actor.
And there's this dude,
and they're kind of just. There's one guy. What's it called? Boomboxing? No.
Beatboxing.
Beatboxing. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And he's going on a little rant. I'm from Alabama.
I'm a black albino.
I'm a black albino from Alabama. Something along those.
Yeah, straight from Alabama. Yeah.
And it just he really gets interesting people in his movies.
He does, man.
If
he does.
If you're familiar with him, you'll obviously understand. I recommend watching Kids. I recommend watching Gummo.
Yeah.
This one,
you can skip it.
I think you could skip it, but if you really you want to see everything, I'd check it out.
Yeah, if you're that guy,
I'm not putting a number on this.
No. If you're that guy though, that you
gotta see everything.
I'm not going to shame somebody for liking this.
No,
if you're into it, I get it.
I think we kind of did when we did the pretentious shit.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean.
Honestly, a 6.7 out of 10, and it's like 5,000 ratings. Like I said, I don't know. I can't put a number on this. I don't know how anyone can.
It's a movie that it's a style and movie that I like respect everything that went into it. It's just not for me.
No, I mean,
give me Attack of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, man, or something. Give me Attack of the fucking Magic Christmas Tree, something like that. Happened.
Oh man,
it's on YouTube. You can watch it. I know who made it.
Maybe Mike made a movie.
Maybe I made a movie. You should check it out. Chris held the camera.
Did I? I held it once.
Towards the end.
The last scene.
During the Rambo 2 scene.
The last scene, he does. Chuck,
Can we review
our friend Chuck is in the movie, and I'm holding the camera. I'm holding the camera. And this is years ago.
We should totally review our own movie.
No, we shouldn't, because no one would watch it.
Oh God.
Barely anyone listens to this now, so
we got fans. There's comments. Should we read the comments, you think?
Nah, we'll just leave them.
Leave the comments. I would like to thank everybody that commented.
I would like to thank people.
Because January we got like 4 or 5 comments.
I appreciate it. It's nice to be recognized.
Yeah. So yeah, if you'd like to
share the podcast, grow the show,
tell your friends
I'd
about it.
I'd appreciate that.
If you'd like to find us, we're at Video Rangers Podcast on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and
we got a YouTube channel.
We're on Twitter. Just type in Video Rangers Podcast. You'll find us.
That'll pop up.
Yeah. If you'd like to follow Chris, his address is I don't know. Oh, I'd like to thank Cinema Sickness for helping us out this month with letting people know about the show. If you don't know who Cinema Sickness is, he's a very large movie collector. I've never seen a collection that big before. It's quite impressive.
I don't know where he keeps it all.
Yeah, it's quite the library. So check him out on YouTube. He'll do a tour of his room, and it's pretty nuts.
He puts a video out like every
day, man.
Pretty much with a video.
Every day.
Pretty much a vlog, I guess. Call it.
Also check out Cinebro Supreme, because he's doing vinyl updates now, which is cool. I gotta send him some stuff. So I got way too much. Getting yelled at. Nintendo Switch
Coming out
soon.
Mike's got a pre-order.
Got a pre-order. Hopefully, is Matt coming on next week? Do we have a confirmed date thing?
As far as I know.
So hopefully Matt, he might not come after this. Now I think about it.
I won't hurt him.
No.
Much.
Yeah, you threatened him.
I just threatened him.
I wouldn't do anything now because it's on tape.
Yeah.
It's on tape. Nobody says that anymore. It's on digital.
It's not on tape.
It's on the computer.
What are you, from the 80s?
Yeah.
Tape. We're doing
just give me a fucking Pepsi
next
free,
week.
Okay.
We're still doing the same movie.
If Matt comes, then we'll be doing.
This is why Matt liked Julien Donkey Boy, because there was a wrestler in it. We're doing Vision Quest.
I just made that connection. Holy shit.
Vision Quest next
Matt,
week.
did you do this? Did you wrestle a garbage can in high school?
It's like
were you the champion of plastic?
It's like Mick. Now you got to wrestle this garbage can. This will get you in great shape, kid. I don't want plastic in my yard.
That was your Rocky moment.
I don't want all this plastic.
Instead of fucking him chasing a chicken, he's wrestling a garbage can.
There you go.
Instead of him going to the meat locker, he's wrestling the garbage can.
It's a good opponent.
Oh, God. Side note, we will never watch a movie like this again.
No.
Ever.
Not anytime damn soon.
No, certainly not for this
We're
show.
going back to normal movies.
Yes, and sitcoms.
And like I said, there is no movie we may not watch, but we probably will not be watching anything like this.
No. We got.
I need a story, damn it. I need a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah, call me simple. I don't give a fuck.
I think most people would agree.
Yeah.
This is just incoherent mess.
Yeah, this was fucking just weird.
I can't believe people gave him money to make this.
That's actually what I found. I think that what ended up happening was, Kids was a success. Was at least popular.
It was controversial.
Yeah, and it had a buzz about it.
Yes.
And Gummo also kind of had a buzz because now it's like very, kind of like an edgy, I guess, kind of
it's
weird
probably a
film.
cult film now. To
yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I would say
Definitely.
that's got a cult following, but this is just like a departure of anything enjoyable.
Film in real life. I don't know.
Yeah. When I was reading the description,
else.
When I was reading like the plot of the movie that IMDb had, and it said it was a portrait of a schizophrenic and his family.
I got a whole different idea what I was going to see.
And he says portrait. I start thinking of like James Joyce, like Portrait of an Artist as Young Man, and it's nothing like that.
Documentary, to a degree.
Which it's shot documentary style, I guess.
Sort of.
No, not really. No, I guess the handheld.
Well, it's the handheld, but I almost thought it would be more, maybe even a mockumentary style, where it's not really a documentary, but it's supposed to be realistic.
Yeah.
But like taking where there's actually not like a producer there asking them questions and stuff, I have no description. It's a mess of a movie.
What's funny is before we got started, we were like, how the fuck are we going to talk about this? How are we going to do this?
I really don't know how to approach this.
And we are an hour and 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Somehow we had more to say about this than movies we actually like.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Listen, I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, I hope this didn't turn you off. If you're still listening an hour and 10 minutes in, I'm guessing it doesn't fucking matter.
This is the end of the podcast, though.
Yeah. This is our final episode. Blame Matt.
This may be. Good thing. Oh wait,
we finally got canceled.
Yeah. iTunes said no more.
Yes. As soon as I put up the title, they're gonna be like, "Nah, fuck you."
No,
man.
we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Goodbye. You're canceled.
Yeah. You got anything else?
I think that's it.
That's it.
I don't want to put these people through anything else.
So, until next time, if you've seen a bad movie, keep it to your fucking self.
Don't recommend this shit. It better be a real movie. Just turn it off already. Just turn it the fuck off.
saw this Dirty Harry, and the end is really a terrific shootout.
Oh, what?
There was this tremendous shootout. You should better listen. Just listen. Grandmama, listen. Just listen. There was this shootout. Dirty Harry has this bad guy cornered. I mean, he was a real bad guy. And there's this tremendous shootout. They're really exchanging lots of fire. They're shooting bullets at each other, and they keep missing. And at the end, the bad guy somehow drops his gun. It's just down there on the bottom. And Harry hovers over him. And now Harry, I mean, he's really full of contempt. And Harry's standing there. He's totally full of contempt. And he says to him, "We have wasted many of our bullets. Do you think there is still a bullet left in your gun?" And he says to him, "You know, now you've got to ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky?" And then at that moment, the bad guy lunges for his gun, raises it, and it just does click.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a bullet left. And Harry blasts him away. He just blasts him into a river. He blasts him, he knocks him off the feet and blasts him away. See, that's good stuff. I truly like that. I don't like the artsy-fartsy thing. I think I hated his poem.